Okay, this is video documentation of terrorism via directed light. You have Marie Ennis. She's engaged in surveillance, group stalking in the parking lot. I'm capturing screen images of her moving her vehicle with simultaneity to my opening my blinds. That's a demon that's creating activity with simultaneity to my physical movement. That's what demons do, monitoring demons. She is in parking spot number 12 by a third-party group stalker, Brian Suh. That's where you'll see outside of my window, and you can see the fake sun through the windows of the vehicles in this parking lot. At the same time, the fake sun is over the Ontario City Hall in Ontario, California. That is a scientific phenomenon. It is impossible that that is the natural environment. It is identification of what is legally relevant. The fact that you are a demon-possessed population who are engaging in criminal surveillance on behalf of and in concert with the government that is maintaining criminal presence, stalking, including in helicopters, utilizing the same demonic methods, including engineered light, which is, by the way, flashing and increasing, appearing and disappearing, creating a light show inside of my bedroom. That's to the demise of every terrorist that's going to be prosecuted and that criminal record that will be maintained for the rest of your life, while the Department of Justice will recognize you as a domestic terrorist. This is what I'm subject to while I'm subject to what is a sex offense, because this is also direct evidence of what is monitoring inside of a private space. Flashing of light, you've already seen it on my walls, and that's exactly what's ongoing. So I want to be clear. The people of the state are providing evidence against themselves. This is the identical criminal pattern of conduct that the people of the state, the entire population, whether I go to Chase Bank, whether I go to Vaughn's grocery store, whether I'm driving on the roads and the highways, whether I'm sleeping in a car at Fern and G Street in Ontario, whether I'm sleeping on the sidewalk at the Ontario Museum of History and Arts. This criminal system that the demon-possessed are providing with generosity, just having ongoing engineer light moving all about, I want to be clear, this is the same criminal system that the entire population engages in, and I'm speaking to what is a demonic system. And this is revealing what is a public safety concern, massive demon possession in the state of California. This is a demon-possessed population, and they are practicing a surveillance system. It is in violation of existing federal law, including Title 18, Section 2261A, subsections 1 and 2. The demon-possessed are overly consumed with, and this is the character of Satan that is obsessed with those that are children of God. But let me be clear, Satan is a spirit, and Satan is utilizing people. So you have massive demon possession, which is how you have the identical behavioral pattern. This is the demonic behaviors, which are engaging in the elements of monitoring, demonic activity in the demonic environment. And while I'm surrounded by it, you have what is the natural punishment, the natural repercussions, and that is the interference with quiet enjoyment. Todd speaker companies, the employees of speaker companies are going to federal prison. Okay, while the entity provides this light activity against them. This is the criminal system, and it is that which is underway by the whole government, which again, Dominic Choi, a demon-possessed group stalker, a terrorist leader, and not a chief of police. He's going to be removed. He will be prosecuted, as are every other demon sitting their tails in helicopters and stalking. And they're stalking right now. That's why the engineered light is present. Remember, I'm only documenting the moments of amplification, of audible activity, of sensational conduct, of where I'm seeing the demon stalking in a helicopter. They're stalking 24/7 in helicopters, and that's already established by the evidence. While the demon-possessed provide ongoing evidence against themselves, you are also made aware simultaneously while you are analyzing and dissecting the psychotic mind state of the demon-possessed, which is breaking ground. I want to be clear, actually revealing what is a lot of illusions centered around so-called mental illness. This is the reality of the mentally ill, the demon-possessed, whose condition is maintained a secret, because psychiatry and the practice of medicine and whatnot is not diagnosing the spiritual condition. I'm letting you know the environment that they're in, the decisions that they're engaging in, the criminal system that they seek to secretly engage in, and the mind state behind someone, a population that would provide evidence of itself, speaking to an ongoing obsession, an obsessive endeavor, which is speaking to a public safety concern. That is what mental illness is not addressing, nor can any medication address it. Medication will not touch on demon possession, but it has real-time affects on the decisions that you make. You engage in stalking American citizens in helicopter, that's relevant to your mentally ill state. While you're engaging in a criminal and malicious system, abusing your role in the government, abusing your role as a supposed purported American citizen, that has real-time affects, and there are natural ways of manifesting your mental illness that you seek to conceal. It's not concealed in directed light. It's not concealed amongst your stalking conduct in that environment. It's not concealed when you are engaging in a pattern of psychotic behaviors centered on one person whom you should not have any natural desire to follow or be involved with. There's no natural explanation for it for the P.O.C. It is demon possession. It's demonic activity. And this is the criminalization of a system that the government sought to secretly engage in. And it is demonic from beginning to end. So this is documentation of what is terrorism via directed light. Todd speaker companies, they're going to federal prison for engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring. I was hired by speaker companies in order for the state to terrorize me. This is a plot. This is a system that is engaged in for the purpose of discarding of an American citizen. You don't do this just for funsies and then you stop. You do this because you plan to permanently remove a person by kidnapping them, by taking their lives, by tormenting them to the point to where they take their own lives, all of which are criminal purposes, and you're going to be prosecuted for that. And that is on its face directly established by engineered light. There's no iteration of sunlight that's going to appear in the depths of my bedroom wall. You can see multiple shadows. This is where the entity, the more pictures I take, the more flashing light was occurring. And the moment that I open up my blinds and you could see more of this light, then the demons start moving around. So the demons of 1818, number 1, that's an Asian family. They're going to be deported. They're going to federal prison. Marie Ennis of 1804, number 5, parking space number 12. They're demons sitting in the parking lot, monitoring on communication devices. They're engaged in a criminal agency on behalf of the state that is present 24/7, stalking around in fire trucks, waiting to sound sirens, stalking around in ambulances and police